there's already enough energy in this world in order to power everything we need. So the waste heat that's already existing from buildings and others is enough to power the demand of all of Europe, right? So if we play with those buildings, that's where you can get a lot of this sustainability from.
%30 of carbon emissions in Europe come from buildings. So it's a significant part of the overall emissions that we see across the European Union. The heating market is also transforming, both on the supply side, so the district heating providers. On the demand side as well, you also see a huge transformation here over the past couple of years. It puts a significant strain on the energy market and requires the grid to be sustainable and resilient enough to actually meet the demand.
So if we made them, let's just say 10-20% more efficient, that energy can power a lot of other things around us.
It all started with a valve back in 1933. In Danfoss, we've always taken pride in being in the forefront of technology. And it's something that we expect of ourselves, it's something that customers expect of us. Digital Services is a business unit within Danfoss that purely focuses on software solutions. Leanheat Building is, in a nutshell, an AI-powered solution that understands the finer details of any building.
I would say Leanheat Building makes the building smart. So you keep the same temperature in the rooms, but the energy optimizes in the background, and you can save up to 20% of heating costs with that.
Every building is unique. Even the buildings that look the same and have been designed in the same way are unique. The focal point in Leanheat Building is artificial intelligence. But artificial intelligence feeds on data. It could be indoor temperature data from the different rooms inside the building. It could also be something like external weather data. What Leanheat Building does is that it reacts to the different data points and it makes real-time changes to the substation in the basement. That is basically the connection between the district heating grid and the building. So it actually doesn't require any direct human intervention.
And there is up to 30% reduction in energy consumption, both on the peak load, but also on the building. We have 120 megawatt peak load reduction annually for Leanheat. Over 6,000 buildings optimized globally. And then the biggest one, 180,000 megawatt hours saved annually, equivalent to 12,000 buildings or single family houses.
Espoo is a city in the south of Finland. It's one of the largest cities in Finland. The purpose of that project was to reduce the overall consumption of energy. The savings were calculated at around 200,000 euros annually for the building operators. What it also contributed with was a significant increase in grid stability.
Espoo is super happy. They have saved on average 16.4% of the energy consumption. Energy is one of the biggest utilities in Hanover here in Germany. And they've realized that AI is actually a good way of having flexibility and energy savings in your grid, which, hooray for us, it means they have signed up to the solution and they want to roll out Leanheat to 5,000 buildings in their estate.
We've reduced the overall energy consumption by 5 to 10% by basically optimizing the heat intake from the buildings. We managed to reduce the peaks by 20%. So Inner-City could predict their consumption or their heat production throughout the typical cycle.
We are certainly not stopping here, right? There's so much more potential out there. Our plan is to at least double over each year going forward, because it helps entire countries, it helps entire cities balance their loads in the grids and really look forward to, let's say in 2030, right, where most of the countries will run into an energy stability situation. We could be the thermal battery of those grids and help alleviate that situation.
A solution like Leanheat Building has significant impact for the planet and in particular for the building owners and district heating operators. It's not noisy, it's not dusty, it's non-invasive, it's software-based, it runs on data, and it creates tangible, concrete savings.
Hey, it's a click of the button to get this installed, right? So that really creates a synergy where you can say, okay, why are we not all doing this now? Peace of mind, full guarantee. You just get the savings. We take care of everything.